you are building and which type of choice you adopt to create it. So right now I have just given you the overview of this representing choices. We will see this 2D, 3D one in detail in your further syllabus only. Clear? So this was about the geometry in which you have to take care of the three coordinates while building an object. So each point in the world will have three coordinates that will fall in three elements, that is in x, y and z direction. So you can say x, y, z will belong to your world, virtual world. When I have started this lecture, only 41 students were there, and now there are 85 students. मैंने आगे का जो पढ़ाया वो अब कैसे कवर करोगे?
मैम टीम्स में लेक्चर दिखाई नहीं रहा था. Recently
Actually,
someone shared link in the group.
okay, actually I have created the lecture in CSE 1. Maybe that's the reason why CSE 2 students have not get the notification. But now each time I will create here only in CSE 1. So whenever my lecture is there, you just join in CSE 1. Here I will create a link and you join. Okay. And please join using your Charusat email ID. Don't be in a lobby and requesting me to accept it if you are entering in using your personal email ID. So again, I'm going through the all the things which I have studied. So already you have gone through the software part, that is bird eye view, right? So that is used to create the alternate world generator. So you have to do some modeling, transformation, rendering things, and you can have an setup of your alternate world that can be your virtual world also. So using any software part you can create that. So that will require your geometry and physics, right? Because it can have the sense or to simulate, or you can say reconstruct that kind of world in a virtual. So suppose in a real world you are having this object, you are having the experience in your brain that it is live, but how you can put that in that same in a virtual world? So you can apply some geometry and you can apply some physics which will give your brain that perception to experience that as in live, right? So alternate world generator is some sense has to simulate or reconstruct some kind of world, or you can say virtual world, that will have geometry and it has physics. So your brain will be able to perceive that and to experience that things. And how you can simulate a virtual environment? So you can use your imaginary things, objects, or else you can capture some objects that you can simulate that in a virtual environment, or else you can have a recorded thing also. Suppose I want to create a virtual environment of a space galaxy, so I can record that thing. I can have a many pictures captured which will have real physical environment which is already there, and that thing I can simulate in my virtual environment, and that will be transmitted using any kind of display. And for example, if I take an head mounted display, everyone must have that played that game also, in which you just have to use your body, and then you can have a feel that you are passing through some game, you are walking inside, you are killing someone also. So you are just having the virtual world environment sensation or else perception in your brain. So that display has been transmitted in a way. For example, you have used head mounted display that has been given you that experience. So in a 3D world, you are having three coordinate system, that is x, y and z, right? Like this. And here is a z direction. So this is a three-dimensional world. Any object created with the help of this three coordinate will be in a three-dimensional world. So each point in this world has three coordinates that will fall in x, y, and z direction. Now, after that, I have discussed that the world has two kinds of models. First one is stationary and the second one is movable. दो टाइप के मॉडल होते हैं, स्टेशनरी एंड मूवेबल. Stationary as a name implies only it isn't fixed to one. So the things which are not moving, it is constant. Just a second. So in a stationary model, then the things will objects or a things that will be in a fixed position only. So which will remain fixed throughout the world. For that, you can have an example of a buildings or a trees which will not move from its place, right? Or any object. Suppose I have created a virtual world of my desk. So the desk on which the PC will be there, that will be fixed. I can move my PC backward and forward. I can move my chair while sitting. Right? So that thing will be in a movable. But some things will be in fixed only. So that will be in a stationary model. Another one is movable, as I have told. So any object that is movable or any avatar. Suppose I am also entering, I am sitting, I will go outside. So I am in a movable character which is representing of myself only. Right. So that comes under movable model. So which is usually composed of a rigid bodies that are attached together, and it has its own body frame also. It, this was covered, and the last thing which was covered, that was we can have two modeling choices. First one is solid representation, another one is boundary representation. So I hope यहाँ पे सब आ गए थे, and we'll also have a solid representation and boundary representation in detail, that is of through 3D and 2D one. So that's it for today for geometrical model. Also, one thing I want to say, we can have a 2D object that can be displayed in a 3D world, right? We can have a multiple 2D objects that will have an perception that will look in a 3D world, right? So just imagine any object that is circle or triangle or anything which can be combined in such a way. See, this is in x direction, x0, y0, z0, this coordinate. Okay, this will x2, y2, z2, and this is my x1, y1, z1 coordinate. So each point will have xyz coordinates. So in that way you can have a 2D object in a 3D world also. So we will use this representation and we'll see how you can represent an object into the 3D world. So that's it for today in geometric modeling, right? Next thing we'll see will be transforming models and 2D rotations and the 3D rotations. So from next time onwards, please join in this meeting only in CSE1. I will create a link over here also.
Ma'am, can you please share the meeting Teams code?
Teams code, just a second. Okay, I have pasted the team code in the chat box. So everyone can use this and you can join in this one.
Ma'am, chat box is not visible in my device.
Okay, wait, I'm presenting my screen and have this code.
Okay, done, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so that's it for today. I have recorded your attendance. Thank you, and we'll see the other topic in our next lecture.